ततः दक्षिणभागे ओमिदं विष्णुर्विचक्रमे त्रेधा निधते पदं समूढमस्य भागुं सुरे लक्ष्मीनारायणं ध्यायामि आवाहयामि। दक्षिणवामपार्श्वे गौरी समेत श्री ईशानम् आवाहयामि। पूर्वदिग्भागे इंद्राय सुराधिपतये नमः। पूर्वदिग्भागे इंद्रमावाहयामि। इंद्रं वो विश्वतस्परिहवामहे जनेभ्यः अस्माकमस्तु केवलः इंद्रमावाहयामि। आग्नेयदिग्भागे अग्निं तेजोधिपतये नमः। आग्नेयदिग्भागे अग्निमावाहयामि। अग्निं दूतं वृणीमहे होतारं विश्ववेदसम् अस्य यज्ञस्य सुकृतम् ॐ अग्निमावाहयामि। याम्यदिग्भागे यमधर्ममावाहयामि। यमाय सोमं सुनतु यमाय जुहुता हुविः यमं हि यज्ञो गच्छत्याग्निदूतो अलङ्कृतः। यमधर्मराजमावाहयामि। नैऋते सर्वराक्षसाधिपतये नैऋतमावाहयामि। वरुणाय सर्वजलाधिपतये वरुणमावाहयामि। इमं मे वरुणश्रुतिहवमद्या च मृणय तामवस्युराजगे तत्त्वायामि ब्रह्मण वन्दमानस्तदाशास्ते यजमानो हविर्भिः अहेडमानो वरुणे हवोद्योर्षगुं समान आयुः प्रमोषीः। वरुणम् आवाहयामि। ॐ वायुवे जगत्प्राणाधिपतये वायुमावाहयामि। वायो तव प्रपृञ्चातिधेनाजिगातिधाशुषे ऊरुचिः सोमपीतये। वायुमावाहयामि। कुबेराय सर्वजनाधिपतये नमः। ॐ सोमो धेनुं सोमो अर्वान् तांशुं सोमो वीरं कर्माण्यं ददाति साधन्यं विधात्यं सभेयं पितृश्रवणं यो ददास्मै। सर्वजनाधिपतये कुबेरमावाहयामि। ईशानाय सर्वभूताधिपतये नमः। ईशानदिग्भागे ईशानमावाहयामि। तमेशानं जगातस्तास्तुषस्पतिं धियमीनवामांसे हुमहे वयं पूषा नो यथा वेद सामसद्रुधे रक्षिता पायुरादाब्धस्वस्तये। ईशानमावाहयामि। प्राग्दिग्भागे पूर्वे ॐ आञ्जनेयाय नमः। आञ्जनेयमावाहयामि। ॐ मनोजपं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतं प्रशिष्टं वागात्मजं वानरयोद्धमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि। ओम आञ्जनेयाय नमः आवाहयामि। पश्चिमदिग्भागे ओम सुमित्रानन्दवर्धनमावाहयामि। ओम सुमित्रानन्दवर्धनाय नमः ध्यायामि आवाहयामि। दक्षिणोत्तरेषु ओम भरताय नमः शत्रुघ्नाय नमः आवाहयामि। आग्नेयादिकोणेषु ओम सुग्रीवाय नमः। ओम विभीषणाय नमः। ओम अंगदाय नमः। आग्नेयादिकोणेषु ओम सुग्रीवाय नमः। ओम विभीषणाय नमः। ओम अंगदाय नमः। ओम जाम्बवन्त्याय नमः आवाहयामि। ततः मध्यममण्डलमध्ये योगपीठं ध्यात्वा ओम अस्मिन् कलशमध्ये ओम पद्मायै नमः इति पद्मपीठं ध्यात्वा पद्ममुद्रां प्रदर्श्य पद्मकर्णिकायां श्रीरामनगर श्री सीतालक्ष्मणसमेतस्य श्रीरामनगर श्रीरामं ध्यायामि। ओम रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। सीतालक्ष्मणसमेत श्रीरामचन्द्रस्वामिनम् आवाहयामि। पूर्वदिग्भागे कलशं संस्थाप्य तस्मिन् वासुदेवाय नमः आवाहयामि। ओम अग्निमीळे पुरोहितं यज्ञस्य देवं ऋत्विजं होतारं रत्नधातामं। हरिः ओम दक्षिणदिग्भागे कलशं संस्थाप्य तस्मिन् संकर्षणाय नमः संकर्षणमावाहयामि। ओम ईशे त्वोर्जे त्वा वायवस्थो पायवस्थ देवोपस्सविता प्रार्पयतु श्रेष्ठतमाय कर्मणे। हरिः ओम पश्चिमदिग्भागे ओम प्रद्युम्नाय नमः प्रद्युम्नमावाहयामि। ओम अग्न आयाहि वीतये गृणानो हव्यदातये इहोता सत्यवर्हिषि। हरिः ओम अथ उत्तरदिग्भागे ओम अनिरुद्धाय नमः अनिरुद्धमावाहयामि। षण्णो देवीरभिष्टय आपो भवन्तु पीतये एषण्योरभिसर्वन्तु नः। मध्ये ओम अनन्ताय नमः ओम अनन्तमावाहयामि। आग्नेयकोणकलशे ओम पुरुषाय ओम पुरुषाय नमः पुरुषमावाहयामि। नैऋतिकोणकलशे ओम संसत्याय नमः सत्यमावाहयामि। वायुकोणकलशे ओम अच्युताय नमः अच्युतमावाहयामि। आपो वा इदकं सर्वं विश्वभूतान्यावः प्राणावापः पशव आपोन्नमापो मृतमापः सम्राडापो विराडापः स्वराडापः छन्दागिष्यापो ज्योतिगिष्यापो यजोगिष्यापः सत्यमापः सर्वा देवता आपो भूर्भुवस्सु पराप। ओम अथ ईशानकोणकलशे ओम अनन्ताय नमः अनन्तमावाहयामि। मध्ये दर्भमुष्ट्या कुम्भं संस्पृत्य गङ्गे चैमने चैव गोदावरी सरस्वती नर्मदे सिन्धु कावेरी जलेऽस्मिन् सन्निधीकुरु। ओम अच्युताय नमः अच्युतमावाहयामि। आपो वा इदकं सर्वं विश्वभूतान्यापः प्राणावापः पशव आपोन्नमापो मृडमापः सम्राडापो विराडापः स्वराडापः छन्दागिष्यापो ज्योतिगिष्यापो यजोगिष्यापः सत्यमापः सर्वा देवता आपो भूर्भुवस्सु पराप। ओम
Nithyanandam. Today is the auspicious day of Shri Rama Navami. The cosmic celebration of the happening of Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra Prabhu, the Nijavatara of Bhagavan Mahavishnu Parandhama, the ultimate superconsciousness himself, whose advent on planet Earth happened to destroy adharma, the collective negativity, and re-establish dharma on the planet Earth by giving a breakthrough in the DNA of human civilization. On this 9th day of Chaitra Navaratri, during Sukla Paksha in the Hindu calendar of month of Chaitra, KAILASA'S all around the world are celebrating Rama Navami, when Bhagavan Sri Mahavishnu himself appeared as Purushottama, Paramapavana Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra Prabhu, Sri Adisesha appeared as Lakshmana, and the Chakra and Shanku of Mahavishnu appeared as Bharata and Shatrughna. The uniqueness of this day is that this is the only day when an incarnation has landed on the earth along with all of his Amshas on the same day. In the auspicious moment of Rama Navami and the continued celebrations of the Rama PATTABHISHEKAM here in Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalaya, we celebrated yesterday the Sita Rama Kalyana, the cosmic wedding ceremony of Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra Prabhu and Devi Sita, the manifestation of Devi Mahalakshmi, the Ardhangini of Bhagavan Mahavishnu. Their life together is an example of Tyaga a king and a queen should do for the sake of upholding dharma in society. Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Sarvajñapita is the place where Rama lived and the best part of his life. He lived with Devi Sita, Lakshmana, Saptarishis. Paramashiva himself lived here under the banyan tree, the Kalpavriksha. The Swayambhu Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva, the Moola Vigraha of Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalaya, is the deity that Sri Rama himself worshipped personally along with Sita and Lakshmana and later Sri Hanuman when they stayed here. Sri Rama is the symbol of everything best in the universe. Purushottama, Sri Rama is the grand narrative of Hinduism. That is why he is attacked so much. In the words of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, the taller you are, the more targeted you are, because you are seen by more people who are down. Sri Rama was targeted from the time he was born, but even though he was targeted so much, the kind of powerfulness he demonstrated is unparalleled. The highest powerfulness is not using your powers even while you are attacked and waiting for the law of karma to do its job, not at all becoming in the inner space silly. It's enjoying the whole game. Let us now offer our worship to Sri Rama, Sita, Lakshmana and Hanuman in the form of Sita of the Pattabhishekam.
अथा ममोपात समस्तदुरितक्षद्वारा भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद प्रभु प्रीत्यर्थम श्री सीता लक्ष्मण समेत श्री रामचंद्र स्वामिनः प्रीत्यर्थम श्री राम पट्टाभिषेक महोत्सवाख्ये कर्मणि ऋत्विग्वर्णम् आचार्यवर्णं च करिष्ये अपौपस्पृश्य नित्यानंद गोत्रोद्भवः श्री नित्य प्रणवात्मकानंद महाराज शर्मणः आचार्यत्वां वृणे। श्रीवत्सगोत्रोद्भवः शुभवदानि शर्मणः ऋत्विक् त्वां वृणे हरिदासगोत्रोद्भवः श्रीनित्यराजानन्दशर्मणः ऋत्विक् त्वां वृणे
Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Sarvagnapita is the place where Sri Rama lived the best part of his life. He lived with Devi Sita, Lakshmana, Saptarishis and Paramashiva himself here in Adi Kailasa. The Swayambhu Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Linga, the Moola Vigraha of Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalaya, is the deity that is worshipped by Sri Rama himself. Worshipped personally along with Sita, Lakshmana and later Sri Hanuman when they stayed there. The original description of Ramayana in the Upanishad matches perfectly the geography and the season and seasonal changes, birds, flowers, and recorded the birds which don't come into this zone. When Sri Ramachandra Prabhu lived here with Devi Sita, an asura came in the form of a crow, Kakasura, and tried to hurt Sita Devi. Sri Ramachandra killed that asura and liberated him. Until now, in this area, not a single crow flies over the Ramnagara hill where the incident had happened. Adi Kailasa is home to thousands-year-old Kalpavriksha, the wish-fulfilling banyan tree. This is a place where Sri Rama, as the first Vyasa, compiled 108 Upanishads and gave them the Muktika Upanishad to Sri Hanuman, his Paramabhakta, under this very banyan tree. Hence, Adi Kailasa is a Tirthasthala, pilgrimage center, not only for human beings, but also for Vanaras. This connection is so strong that even now, monkeys come and worship the Chinmaya Vigraha of Dakshinamurti under the Kalpavriksha. They don't go to any other deity. They only sit at the feet or on the lap of Dakshinamurti and offer puja in their own way. Agama records very clearly Paramashiva gave Agamas, revealed Vedas and everything to Saptarishis south of Kailasa Parvata under the banyan tree. The Ramayana describes with Saptarishis, Ramachandra stayed and realized all the Vedas, received all the revelations of Agamas, Vedas, everything from Paramashiva. So if we see both references, Agamic and Puranic reference, both confirm that Adi Kailasa is the geography. There is no other geography that matches both references. Some geographies match one place, some geographies match another place. Only this geography of Adi Kailasa in Ramnagara near Bengaluru matches both the references. Sri Rama is a great Shiva Bhakta, so he's always stayed near the Shivalayas to do Shiva Puja regularly. That's the reason he chose this place to stay, and if you go to the Ramnagara hill, you will see 7 huge rocks representing the Saptarishis. Under each rock, there is a cave where the Rishi lived. It was the residence of these Rishis. All the Saptarishis lived here with Sri Rama and the Ram Parivara and received all the Vedas and Agamas from Paramashiva. Shri Rama is the symbol of everything best in the universe. Purushottama Sri Rama is a grand narrative of Hinduism. That is why he is attacked so much. In the words of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Parameshwaram, the taller you are, the more targeted you are, because you are seen by more people who are down. Sri Rama was targeted from the time he was born. Even though he was targeted so much, the kind of powerfulness he demonstrated is unparalleled. The highest powerfulness is not using your powers, even while you are attacked, and waiting for the law of karma to do its job, and not being silly in the inner space and enjoying the whole game. Sri Rama is something extraordinary. He is the most non-controversial incarnation, who is accepted and worshipped even by Shaivites. In many Shiva temples, Ramayana is carved in the wall with a lot of deities of Sri Rama and Sita, along with Hanuman also. Sri Rama has become a non-controversial grand narrative. He has demonstrated all the great qualities to be a grand narrative, especially his tyaga and powerfulness in front of all situations. Sri Rama is a different material altogether. The Puranic description of the entire chain of incarnations of Bhagavan Vishnu demonstrates the various ideals that need to be demonstrated during each situation. For instance, the Matsya Avatara, the fish, where life is having the biggest breakthrough in the form of an independent existence. Then comes the tortoise, the Kurma Avatara, who can live in water and land both. Then comes Varaha, the evolved body. Then comes Narasimha, half animal and half man. Then comes Vamana, the short man. Then comes Parashurama, the wild, ferocious, raw man. Physically fully grown, but still retaining all the wildness of the animal and ferociousness. Then comes Rama, a complete, cultured ideal for a stable human civilization. By the time of his advent, the human civilization had started becoming a reality. Till Parashurama, we were living only as small forest tribes, small settlements in various forests and remote regions. It is only by Rama's time this human civilization had become a mainstream, regular lifestyle. So an ideal leader needs to demonstrate all the principles of coexistence. Somebody has to have the kind of tyaga to demonstrate the power of values, giving courage and confidence to people on the power of dharma. People need to be given courage and confidence to practice dharma. So each incarnation has a reason. However, Sri Rama's was the most difficult. Remaining within the boundaries of the human frame, he had to demonstrate the grandeur of the Dharma. He has done something extraordinary. The beautiful narration of his life, Ramayana, is the most widely narrated epic in Bharat's history. Each and every village in India from the time of Sri Rama regularly sings and reverberates and vibrates with the story of Sri Rama. He continues to remain as the grand narrative of Indian civilization, the Hindu civilization, Sanatana Hindu Dharma, Purana Purushottama. You being attacked is not something big. Everyone gets attacked. Whether you are a beggar or a king, you are attacked. How do you respond decides whether you are great or not. Thousands of kings have lost the kingdom, but nobody has become part of history. Losing a kingdom does not make you a part of history. How you respond when you lose a kingdom makes you part of history. The kinghood of Sri Rama was not taken away when the kingdom was taken away. That is the reason why he remains and will be Raja Rama forever. Still we worship him only on the throne. His Pattabhishekam scene is the most worshipped scene. Here in Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Sarvagnapita, we are celebrating today the grand Pattabhishekam of Sri Ramachandra Prabhu as a part of the continued celebrations of Sri Rama Navami. The way Sri Rama Chandra Prabhu held himself, we can't say he was exiled. His Padukas were ruling Ayodhya. When your Padukas are on the throne of the kingdom, how can we say someone had been exiled? When his kingdom was removed from him, even after that his kinghood was not removed from him. It was built from his own powerful cognitions. He was king because of his powerful cognitions, not because of external powers. So building our personality based on powerful cognitions is the message of Ramayana. One line message of Sri Rama is build your whole life on powerful cognitions constantly. In fact, the message of the whole of Rama's life is nothing but manifesting powerful cognitions. When we can call it Tyaga, he doesn't even feel he has done Tyaga. The same way, our beloved Bhagavan, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam has said, he doesn't even feel he has done any Tyaga, despite being the greatest Tyagi of the current era, the ultimate manifestation of Paramashiva, Tyagaraja himself, only because of his powerful cognitions. The powerfulness he demonstrated when anything was taken away from him became his message. Usually, people build their own brand when they are great kings, queens, and powerful people. Rama is the only person he built his brand when he lost everything. No one can use the opportunities like Rama. The worst opportunities, he used it for the best. In the words of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, actually the way I stood when my reputation was stolen away has become a new reputation for me. Understand? Thousands lose reputation. That's not a big thing. How you stand when reputation is stolen away from you, that builds the real reputation. Whether you feel it easy or you feel it difficult or you feel it as impossible, the only thing you need to do is building powerful cognitions. If you feel easy, just do it. If you feel difficult, do it. If you feel impossible, do it. Build powerful cognitions about life, understanding about life. Your powerful cognitions act like a magnet and attract situations and persons of the higher caliber in your life. Manifest that same caliber experiences in your life. That is the essence of Sri Rama's life. It is the core essence of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. This is the grand narrative of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Today is the continued celebration of the auspicious Sri Rama Navami, a cosmic celebration of the happening of Sri Rama Chandra Prabhu, the Nijavatara of Bhagavan Mahavishnu Parandhama, the ultimate superconsciousness himself, whose advent on planet Earth happened to destroy adharma, the collective negativity, and re-establish dharma on the planet by giving a breakthrough in DNA of human civilization. Yesterday, on this 9th day of the Chaitra Navaratri Sukla Paksha in the Hindu lunar month of Chaitra, KAILASA'S all over the world celebrated Sri Rama Navami, when Bhagavan Shri Mahavishnu himself appeared as Purushottama Paramapavana Bhagavan Shri Ramachandra Prabhu. Shri Adi Kailas Adishesha manifested as Lakshmana, and his chakra and shanka appeared as Bharata and Shatrughna. The uniqueness of this day is that this is the day when an incarnation landed on the earth with all of his amshas at the same time. Today, here in Nithyananda Ishvara Paramashiva Devalaya at Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Sarvajna Pita, we are continuing with the Ram Navami celebrations with one of the most cherished and celebrated happenings in Ramatara Leela, the Sri Rama Pattabhishekam, the coronation of Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra Prabhu as king, Raja Rama, and him establishing a model dharmic civilization, Rama Rajya, on the planet Earth for the first time in the history of evolved human civilization.
सिन्धुकाव्य जलेऽस्मिन् सन्निधीकुरु। अस्मिन् कलशे ओम भ्रूं भ्रूं आधारशक्तिये नमः। ओम भ्रूं ओम त्रिकालाय नमः। अनंताय नमः। ओम ज्ञानाय नमः। वैराग्याय नमः। ऐश्वर्याय नमः। ओम धर्माय नमः। अज्ञानाय नमः। ओम अवैराग्याय नमः। ओम अनैश्वर्याय नमः। ओम हम मस्तानं विभ्राणं सदाशिव महायोगपीठाय नमः। ओम ऋग्वेदपुरुषाय नमः। ओम यजुर्वेदपुरुषाय नमः। ओम सामवेदपुरुषाय नमः। ओम अथर्वणवेदपुरुषाय नमः। ओम भूतहंकाराय नमः। ओम देशाहंकाराय नमः। ओम सत्वगुणाय नमः। ओम रजोगुणाय नमः। ओम तमोगुणाय नमः। ओम ओम